Hi everyone, I'm Amelia. Today I want to tell you a story. Not just about a platform, but about how the internet quietly changed the way people make money. Just a few years ago, almost no one had heard of it. And now, millions of people use it every day. Some have made millions from it. This isn't YouTube. It's not Instagram. It's something very different. It's OnlyFans, a platform that built $1 billion empire, changed the creator economy, and sparked one of the biggest controversies on the internet. But behind the headlines, behind the numbers, there's a deeper story. So today, we're going to explore the rise and the fall of OnlyFans. A few years ago, a platform almost nobody knew about began generating billions of dollars in revenue, creating thousands of new millionaires in the process. In one case, a single creator made $1 million in exactly 6 hours, the very moment she turned 18. Options for making a living online were limited to a few specific channels. Most relied on standard video ads, crowdfunding platforms like Patreon, or direct individual brand sponsorships. The problem with these models was the lack of autonomy. Legacy platforms and their internal algorithms dictated exactly who received payment and how much. Because creators depended on advertiser approval, an algorithm update or a change in brand standards could eliminate an entire income stream overnight. This led to a disruptive question. What if fans could pay creators directly, removing the platform intermediary entirely? In 2016, British entrepreneur Timothy Stokely launched OnlyFans with a simple premise. Creators post content and fans pay to access it. It operated similarly to Patreon, but with a more direct approach to monetization and fewer layers between the fan and the creator. Growth was initially slow, and the platform remained a niche corner of the internet for its first 2 years. The trajectory changed in 2018 when entrepreneur Leonid Radvinsky purchased a 75% stake in the company. Following the acquisition, the company shifted its strategy to focus exclusively on the mechanics of the creator economy. This diagram compares standard social media payouts to the OnlyFans model. Instead of receiving a fraction of ad revenue, creators keep an 80% revenue split paid directly by fans, which removes the need for advertiser approval. By eliminating the reliance on ads, the platform built a digital ecosystem centered on direct support. This model began attracting a wider range of users, including fitness coaches, musicians, and independent influencers. These creators utilize tools like exclusive content, tips, and monthly subscriptions to monetize their following without a middleman. Then in 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic changed how millions of people interacted with the internet. With people now working from home and traditional industries paused, the search for new online income streams accelerated. The financial impact of this shift is visible in the earnings data. Between 2020 and 2021, creator earnings on the platform grew from $1.8 billion to $3.8 billion, a 100% increase in 12 months. The pandemic helped establish the direct fan economy as a viable career path for a global workforce. As the ecosystem matured, mainstream celebrities began using the platform to generate independent fortunes outside of the traditional studio system. Blac Chyna reportedly generated $20 million through the platform. Bella Thorne earned $11 million. Cardi B brought in $9.3 million. Tyga earned $7.7 million. In a viral case, Bod Bobby joined at age 18 and made $1 million in 6 hours, eventually earning over $50 million. These figures suggest the platform has become a primary wealth generation machine for high-profile creators who can now bypass traditional talent agencies and labels. Currently, the platform hosts 1.5 million active creators. Those creators are supported by a user base of over 200 million people. The scale of the platform is visible in its web traffic, which now reaches approximately 300 million visits every month. This traffic volume places the platform in the same tier as corporate entities like Amazon UK, Disney Plus, and Spotify. With 300 million monthly visits, OnlyFans now occupies a significant position in the digital economy, having built a massive infrastructure that operates entirely outside the control of traditional advertising algorithms. The speed of this economy is unlike anything seen in traditional media. One creator famously generated $1 million in just 6 hours on the day she turned 18. It wasn't on YouTube. It wasn't on Instagram. This was OnlyFans. That volume of capital didn't stay confined to phone screens. It moved so much money that the platform's presence began to register in the central banking districts of global capitals like London. This financial success showed that a new tier of creators had found a way to bypass traditional talent scouts and gatekeepers, moving the point of control from the studio to the individual. The engine behind this growth was clear. The platform's meteoric rise was fueled almost entirely by adult content. That reality created immediate friction. Investors grew cautious, and governments began to look closer at the platform's lack of traditional oversight. This is where the platform hit a wall. Payment processors, which act as the bridge between a fan's bank account and a creator's wallet, threatened to stop handling OnlyFans transactions entirely. Under that pressure, OnlyFans made a choice that stunned the internet. In 2021, they announced they would ban all explicit content. It was a moment that proved even the most successful digital startups were still vulnerable to the rules and morals of the legacy financial world. The pushback from creators was immediate. Thousands of people who relied on the site for their mortgage and grocery money organized a massive digital protest. They pointed to the billions of dollars the platform was worth and reminded the company that they were the ones who had provided the value to build it. Only 6 days later, the company buckled. They reversed the ban and promised to find a way to keep the payments flowing. It was a rare instance where a decentralized group of workers successfully pressured a multi-billion-dollar company into ignoring its biggest financial partners. The conflict proved that for a specific type of creator, the traditional advertising model, where you hope for a fraction of a penny per view, was no longer the only way to survive. Looking at this diagram, you can see why. Instead of the complex funnel where advertisers and platforms take their cut, the direct-to-fan model allows a creator to keep a predictable percentage of every dollar their community spends. The success of this architecture was so obvious that mainstream platforms like Patreon, Substack, and even Instagram began integrating their own subscription-based paywalls. OnlyFans didn't just survive the banking crisis, it provided the definitive proof of concept for the direct-to-fan economy. Now, the company faces a new challenge. They are trying to determine if they can expand into a general-purpose media empire, or if they will always be defined by their origins. To change their image, they are aggressively marketing towards the fitness, podcasting, and art scenes centered in entertainment hubs like Los Angeles. But the reputation of a platform is often permanent in internet culture. Moving from adult content to educational videos requires overcoming a massive branding barrier. Changing the identity of a company is difficult when its original purpose is what generated the billions needed to expand in the first place. OnlyFans went from a 2016 startup to a global household name by creating a pathway for creators that didn't exist before. When you look at a city at night, you're seeing thousands of simultaneous financial exchanges happening behind those windows, mostly through individual direct connections. While the largest tech and banking firms still hold the keys to the infrastructure, this platform established a precedent where the users, not just the board members, can dictate a company's survival. Whether this model is a unique outlier or the actual foundation for the next decade of the internet is a question that will be answered as the creator economy continues to mature.